friends, this is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for tuning in to my full moon readings for the full moon sort of eclipse in Aquarius. And I do say sort of because this particular eclipse is not actually going to cast a shadow like regular eclipses. And any of you who are into astronomy, you can check out some of the great astronomy sites that will explain about the angle of this particular full moon. But I say sort of, and it's interesting and unique because it makes perfect sense, because we know that there's nothing regular about our dear Aquarians. They're very unique signs, and any of you who know an Aquarian know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, unlike many of the eclipses that have passed by us recently, this one is going to be a lot easier and more positive and possibly even exciting, because it's touched by positive aspects from the revolutionary planet Uranus, which is also, by the way, Aquarius's ruling planet. So head over to my Facebook page, and there's a great article post that I posted there about this full moon in Aquarius and full moons in general and eclipses in general. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can do that by hitting the book now button on my Facebook page, or you can head over to my website and book a reading with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your likes, your sharing of the videos, and for subscribing. And I hope that this is a wonderful month of August for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at the individual readings. I bid you namaste. Hello Aquarius, this is your full moon eclipse for the year, and this particular full moon is going to be highlighting you as a sun sign Aquarian, or your first house of self-expression, your personal image as a rising sign Aquarian. And you know, you may find that something culminates on a personal level for you during this full moon within the next 14 days. You may find a new form of self-expression that is going to drastically change and transform your life. Many of you are going to be seen in a different light by the time the energy of this full moon in Aquarius passes. As we know, with eclipses, they can bring about changes very quickly that usually take years or months. Those changes can take place in a matter of days or weeks. So let's go ahead and see what the energy is for you for this full moon eclipse in Aquarius. And again, full moons are culminations and bringing to a fullness something in your life, okay? And many of those things can be conclusions as well. I'm using the tarot everywhere, and also the oracle everywhere this month. Let's see what the message is for Aquarius. What is the message for Aquarius for this full moon in Aquarius eclipse? Message for Aquarius. Okay. All right, we have the Nine of Swords in the past, we have the Empress currently, and we have the Two of Wands. Okay, and let's see where your oracle card is. It's the oracle card for Aquarius for this full moon eclipse. Embrace Change is your card. Beautiful card. And I'll hold up these cards so that you can see them as well. These out of the way. Alright, so Aquarius, I feel like this particular full moon is bringing things to a head for you on an emotional level, okay? We have the Nine of Swords here, so I feel like within the last few days or the last week to 10 days, there may have been something weighing heavily on you that has caused you some sleepless nights, caused you some stress, some anxiety. There may have been some changes that have been outside of your your power to affect them. And, you know, a lot's been weighing heavily on you. Some of you may have been experienced a little bit of a depression. Some of you have had to face your fears, some fears that you may never have had to face before. But I really feel like this is the end, okay? This is things coming to a head and about to be swept away as far as stresses and difficulties in your life on an emotional level. The reason I say that is because the Empress is here, Aquarius, and the Empress is a wonderful card. It's a card about fertility and a card about reaping a harvest. And you know, whenever I see the Empress card, of course, this particular card shows a woman who is pregnant with a child. So there may be concerns about children. There may be concerns about fertility here that you have been, you know, have been weighing heavily on you. The Empress also talks about love and creative energy. So many of you have perhaps been feeling as though you could not express your creative side, whether that is artistically, whether it is in your work, whether it is with your family, or whether it is also on a physical level, because the Empress can have a lot to do with female sexuality. So I feel that there is something that is coming to a conclusion that is going to pass away from your life so that you can start feeling more comfortable, happier, abundant, and you're going to be bringing in more pleasure into your life. It's amazing because this full moon can bring the unexpected. So there may be an unexpected closure or an unexpected departure of a situation in your life that has caused you, you know, this stress and been weighing heavily, and that is going to allow you to lift this weight and this burden that's been on your shoulders, to lift it off so that you can have a more lighthearted, more pleasurable 2 weeks that are coming up. Some of you may have the opportunity to spend more time with children, which is going to be very beneficial to you, a very happy situation for you. And I just feel that in general, where family is concerned, there may be more family time that's available for you. For some of you, may be going on vacation or just having that extra time to spend with loved ones. What's coming up in the at the end of this 2-week cycle for you? Well, we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, again, you know, there's the potential of travel here. The girl is here with her bag packed, but also there's the potential of unifying and joining forces with someone in your life with whom perhaps you may have had a bit of an on and off situation, or an unpredictable or unstable relationship. I feel that you are expectant of good things to happen, and you have reason to be expectant of these good changes. Someone's coming, and I feel that someone is coming into your life or coming back into your life, and there is going to be the opportunity to pick up where you left off. So this may connect back to that, you know, the sensual, sexual side of your life. Someone may have left you or been away. There may have been a separation. And I do feel that either you are going to be traveling to that person, or someone is going to be traveling to you. There is also the potential here with the Empress and the Two of Wands that there is a major opportunity on a professional level that's going to be coming up for you, and you're going to be able to express that creative side of your life. If any of you are in, you know, the creative field, whether it's music or art or poetry or writing, dance, choreography, design, graphic design, any of those areas, there may be a project that's coming up within the next 2 weeks that's going to allow you to really flow on an artistic level and on a creative level. You may be reaping a harvest from your creative abilities, and whether that is on a physical level, you know, on a sensual level, just being able to express that that feminine side. If you are a man, there may be, or if you are a man or a woman who is involved with other women, there may be a strong female figure in your life who is going to really step up for you within the next 2 weeks. And this partnership that may have been kind of on the back burner or causing you some concern or some stress, things may be able to now pick up where you left them, and there may be I'm getting the word negotiation of terms. Okay, so there may be a sitting down and discussing, okay, how do we do this now? Where do we go from here? How do we actually take what we have now and bring things together to create a true partnership, a true balanced partnership? This may be in love, this also may be in business. Whatever this situation is, it is going to be a positive change from whatever this stress that you've been dealing with, Aquarius. And the message here is to embrace change. I love this picture because this is a beautiful butterfly that is now being able to, express itself and being able to flourish, and you're able to take what has happened in the past, which may have been a very transformative or a difficult transformative time, and now you've come out of your cocoon, and it's time for you to now embrace the changes that are coming through, which I feel are going to be very positive for you, Aquarius. So definitely, this also is perhaps a need to spend some time in nature, okay? Spend some time communing with nature. Get out while, the weather is still great in the northern hemisphere. We're still at we're at the latter part of summer. This may be a great time to get out into nature and just enjoy it before those fall months and those winter months sweep in upon us, okay? All right, Aquarius, so that is your message for this full moon in Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I bid you all good things. Now, on to Gemini. Hello, Gemini. This full moon in Aquarius, this full moon eclipse is going to be highlighting your 9th house, and your 9th house is the area that rules your faith, your spirituality, your philosophy, your life philosophy. It also is the area that rules higher learning, your higher mind, higher education. Some of you may be preparing to go back to school, and this is going to be a transformative time for you with what you will be learning during this period. Some of you also may have been traveling or maybe traveling overseas or have recently come back from a trip overseas, or have had important dealings with people from different ethnic backgrounds or different national origin. And so I feel like, something that you have experienced in either of these areas is going to have a very powerful effect on you within the next 2 weeks. Some of you may be changing or transforming your life philosophy. Some of you may decide to up and move to another country, or maybe meeting someone from another ethnic or national background who is going to be extremely significant in your life. So there is a culmination here. Something is going to be coming to a close so that something new can begin for you. Let's go ahead and see what the message is for you, Gemini, for this particular period of the full moon in Aquarius, the full moon eclipse. And again, maybe an unexpected event or unexpected meeting for you. And I am using the Tarot Everywhere for this reading and the Oracle Everywhere. All right, message for Gemini. Gemini for this full moon in Aquarius. Message for Gemini for the full moon in Aquarius. Gemini. Geminis, my Geminis. And keep in mind, my Geminis, that the Mercury is going to be retrograding at the end of this month. So you want to get all your ducks in a row, get everything in order, papers signed, plans finalized before the, it retrogrades on the 30th, so I would say before the 27th. By the 27th, you want to get everything in order, because of course your ruler is Mercury, and when Mercury goes retrograde, it becomes kind of a sleepy time for you, with maybe some misunderstandings or delays. So forewarned is forearmed. All right, Gemini, let's take a look at your message for this full moon in Aquarius. You have the Five of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Two of Wands. And let's see what the Oracle card is for you. Oracle card for Gemini. Oracle card for Gemini. Work harder is your Oracle card, or work hard, whichever will apply to you. Now, this is very interesting to me because I just did the reading for Aquarius for this full moon, and the Two of Wands was the third card that Aquarius received as well. So for some of you, an Aquarian may be significant in your life for this full moon in Aquarius, or within the next 2 weeks. Some of you maybe have Aquarius strong in your chart, either a rising sign or sun sign, and you may be a rising sign Gemini or Aquarius moon. But you know, just letting you know that you may want to listen to the Aquarius reading as well. It may give you more information that might be significant to you. So what do we have here? Well, that Two of Wands is a great outcome. Let me go through the cards here and let's tell the story. The Five of Pentacles is here as the first card, and so I feel coming into this full moon cycle here, you know, you're looking for a new way. I think some of you have really been feeling as though you have been left out in the cold, being cut off, being emotionally detached from a situation. The Five of Pentacles often talks about impoverishment. Now, this can talk about financial as well as emotional impoverishment. So some of you are feeling that you are just not, you're not reaping the financial or the emotional rewards that you need to feel whole and to feel complete and to feel secure in your life. There's definitely a lack of security here on some level. And, you know, there may be someone in your life that you are dealing with whom you are, you know, just feeling completely detached. Like you have been cut off, or there is no connection there. This particular Five of Pentacles card, it does also mirror for me what the transformation could be for you during this period, with it highlighting your 9th house. When I was talking about your life philosophy perhaps changing, it may be that you have had enough of feeling this sense of emotional impoverishment or financial stress and strain, and that you are ready to completely transform your life and your old way of doing things and find a new way, a new philosophy that's going to elevate you to a higher level, okay? As I said, some of you may be going back to school. Some of you may just decide to pick up roots and put roots down somewhere else. You know, there's nothing holding you. There may not be anything holding you back from evolving now to the next level of your life. It's like, you know, I have nothing left to lose at this point, so let me find out what I can do new. Because, you know, I'm getting the image of, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a new result, okay? Excuse me. So So that's the message here. And lo and behold, what's next to the Five of Pentacles? Just amazing, because, you know, I am absolutely no advocate of hitchhiking, okay? I think that's very dangerous, and I don't advocate that for anyone. It just happens to be the imagery on this particular card. But what's interesting to me here is, you know, this person is looking to go in a new direction, or looking for help to go in a new direction, or, you know, looking for a new path. And here you go. Here's the Fool. The Fool has found that path, because the Fool has decided that he or she is going to jump off the cliff, you know, jump off the beaten path and start fresh and start new. The Fool requires courage and requires having to take a risk, okay? So this particular full moon eclipse for you may give you that impetus, that drive, and that little, you know, as I said, it's being aspected by Uranus, the unexpected, that revolutionary planet. So you may decide at this point that you are going to do something different, and it's going to be drastically different from what you were doing before. You may have to just, you know, close your eyes and jump into the pool, and that new thing that you jump into may just be what is going to propel you forward to a brand new life, because the Fool is courageous. The Fool is not afraid to start fresh, start new. On the traditional decks, the Fool is the number 0, okay? So it's a brand new beginning, no numbers added to it yet. It is starting from 0. So, you know, just look at how jubilant this person is, and as they're jumping off of this, you know, wherever they're jumping to here. So definitely this talks about a new path, a new beginning, and not being afraid to start fresh and start new. And with the Two of Wands here, you know, interesting to me, because all of these cards in some way are traveling cards, you know. This person has their bag slung, you know, looking for help and a ride. This particular person is moving forward on their path. And with the Two of Wands here, you know, this person has a suitcase, and she is waiting for a new situation, a new opportunity. The Two of Wands often talks about partnerships that perhaps have been unpredictable, have been on and off situations. So it's very possible that, as I said, some of you may be packing your bags to join someone in a new country or far away from where you are right now. You know, a brand new situation that's going to change your life, transform your life, you know, drastically from this kind of, you know, loner out in the cold Five of Pentacles here. The Two of Wands is waiting. She's waiting for something new to begin. She's expectant. So the message here for me is that you should be expectant of an opportunity coming through to you that is going to set you out on a new path during the next 2 weeks. Now, Work Harder was your Oracle card. Interesting that this has come up, because I feel that this, you know, the Two of Wands often relates to professional situations. Wands are professional work opportunities coming through, career opportunities. So some of you may decide to, you know, quit your job and go out on your own. You know, you may be finding a new job. You may receive a new job offer. You may be traveling to try and take advantage of new professional prospects elsewhere, for, you know, from where you currently are. You may have been going through some financial stress, you know, some serious financial burdens, and, you know, knowing that the only way to get out from under that is to take a chance. I feel that whatever you are doing, you're going to be required to really put your nose to the grindstone and to work hard at what you're doing. You may be required to carry extra responsibility. You know, if you see this person here, they're carrying all of their tools on their back. You know, that's maybe a heavy you know, a heavy basket that they're carrying, but the message here is that hard work is going to be required to take advantage of the opportunity that's coming through to you. So something new is coming, the opportunity to join forces perhaps with another person in order for you to make this trip, or perhaps move out of where you're going. You may be required to work longer hours, work overtime, take on some extra responsibility to gain more money so that you can make this change in your life, okay? But the opportunity is going to be presenting itself. It may be unexpected, but be ready and be prepared to work hard at whatever you're doing so that you can reap the rewards. You know, this harvest that this person is carrying, it's as a result of the tools that he or she has in his or her hands. So what he or she is reaping is directly as a result of the tools that they're holding. All right, so that is your message, Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in. I wish you all good things. And now, Libra. Hello, Libra. This full moon eclipse in Aquarius is going to be highlighting your 5th house. So this may end up being quite a romantic full moon for you, romantic full moon period the next 2 weeks, 14 days. The 5th house is our house of romance, of dating, of our, romantic partners. The 5th house is creativity. On some level it is sexuality, because it is that flirtation, that romance. For some of you, a relationship may be unexpectedly coming to a culmination. So this could either mean that you are getting closer to and deeper bonded to a romantic partner. You may decide, you may have been seeing several people and decide that you are going to commit to one person specifically. Someone that you have been seeing may unexpectedly express their feelings for you in a way that brings you closer and maybe catches you off guard, but in a good way. So this again could be a very significant period for you of bringing things to a head on your romantic front. The 5th house also rules our children, so some of you may be spending more time with your children during the next 2 weeks. Some of you may find out that you are pregnant, or that your partner is pregnant. And so there may be, some significant situation going on with a child in your life. The 5th house, is definitely a house of creativity. So it also may indicate that something that you have been devoting yourself to on a creative level, a project, a creative endeavor, whether you are an artist or a designer or, a performer, in some way, this may be a big period the next 2 weeks for you for really getting yourself out there into the public eye on a creative level, for really expressing yourself. So you may find that you are extremely creative during this period of time. So take advantage of being able to, put time aside for really practicing your craft, whatever that might be, because new inspiration might come to you out of the blue that revolutionizes, how do I even say that word? That's funny. You know what I mean. That makes this period extremely special and creative for you, with the tongue twister there. So let's go ahead, Libras, and see what the message is for you here for this full moon in Aquarius, touching your 5th house. Message for my Libras for this full moon Aquarius. Full moon in Aquarius for Libras. Libras, full moon in Aquarius. And I'm using the tarot everywhere. We have the Magician in the past, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Hermit, okay? And you know, here you are showing up in your reading, Libra, next to the Magician and the Hermit. Very powerful. I'll go through that in a second. Let's see what your oracle card is. Let me just move these up a little more so that you can see them. All right, the oracle card for Libra for this full moon in Aquarius. Oops. Okay, I'm going to keep shuffling. Oracle card for Libra for the full moon in Aquarius. Well, this popped over. So this says go. Wow. Okay. So go is your oracle card for this full moon in Aquarius. Well, let's take a look and see what the message is here. You know, it's coming to me immediately because, as I said, here you are, the Queen of Swords. This is the air sign, you know, male or female, but here you are showing up in the middle of this reading. And so this is very much has to do with your creative process, your personal stamp, your personal expression. I love this card because on some level this reminds me of, you know, a Charlotte Bronte or Emily Bronte novel, you know, Jane Eyre, or you know, whichever that you know, it could be applied to. But this is you holding on to something very dear in your heart, okay? Something very dear to you. It could be a person, could be a love affair, it could be a creative endeavor, a creative project. Whatever it is, you're holding on very tightly to it here, Libra. And what you're coming into this period is as the Magician, a major arcana card that is extremely positive and potent, because the Magician has all of the tools that he or she needs to create what you are destined to create in this lifetime, okay? You know, this is a great modern depiction of the Magician because, you know, there's your cell phone and the highlighter and some notes that are being made here, you know, some graphs and plans in the background, and pencil, and, you know, so you're at the computer is right here, the screen, you know, so you have been at the drawing board. You have been working on something. You have been expressing yourself creatively, but also putting things down on paper. What is it that you have been devoting yourself to? Mind, body, spirit, all of your you know, creative energies. Something has your personal stamp on it. You have been holding it very dear to you, is what the Queen of Swords says here. And the Magician talks about a lot of power, the power to manifest, okay? So, you know, an idea is the precursor to manifestation. We hold those things in our mind and we begin to act on them. And so whatever it is that you have been holding in your mind as a creative idea that you are holding close to your heart, you are going to have the opportunity within the next 2 weeks to spend time dedicating yourself to that thing, okay? Now, this is a very interesting depiction of the Hermit because it is someone who is perhaps taking time out, okay? You know, I'm not a smoker. I don't advocate smoking, you know, but to each his own, or to each her own. But in this particular photograph of this, in this card, it is someone who is, you know, in a sort of retreat. You know, taking a bath, taking a bubble bath, alone, contemplating, spending time alone, spending time in a reflective state here. And what I feel is that whatever it is that you have been dedicating yourself or concentrating your energies are, there is going to be time for you to spend specifically devoted to that endeavor. Now, this again, your 5th house, we could be talking about children. If we're talking about your children, you may have been dedicating a lot of time and energy toward, creating a good life and raising a child and, creating this being and applying yourself to motherhood or fatherhood in a very strong and powerful way. And this child is part of your being. You hold this being close to you. It is very possible that within the next 2 weeks you're going to be able to spend more time, with your children and really have a good, strong connection to them. Before they go back to school or before you need to go back to work or, taking time off to doing that. It's interesting to me here because the Oracle card here is go. And so what this means to me is that if you have an opportunity to get away, if you have an opportunity to, unexpectedly pack up and go, this is the time to do it, the next 2 weeks, because you are going to either gain a greater perspective, a greater understanding, and a stronger devotion to a creative endeavor. It could be you and a romantic partner. If you have the opportunity to go with that person, then I would say go ahead and do that. Don't hesitate doing that. You may have put a lot of energy into manifesting this relationship and putting positive energy into it, and now you are feeling very possessive. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, because the Magician and the Hermit to me are positive expressions here. But this may be someone who you hold very dear to your heart, and you may have the opportunity to spend quality time alone with that person. So these are the various possible scenarios that could be going on for you within the next 2 weeks, Libra. What I do say is in any of those scenarios, if you have the opportunity to get up and go and to travel or to take time away from where you are and what you've been doing, take advantage of this period, because I feel that this full moon eclipse in Aquarius is going to create a very special and even unexpected positive 2 weeks for you in any of these areas of your life. All right? So thank you so much, Libra, and thank you to all my air signs. I wish you a wonderful rest of August. I send you blessings of love and peace and joy and prosperity. And of course, I bid you namaste.